Welcome back. I'm Kimberly Moss. Anyone who's had a pet lose its eyesight knows how tragic it can be for both the animal and its owner. A new book, Palmer's Broken Eyes, tells a story of how a local pug began to lose his sight and how he and his owner have coped. Joanne Hauk is Palmer's owner and the author of the book. She joins us today. It's nice to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
Such a sweet book, and we have little Palmer here too. Really some wonderful things documented in here, as sad as the story is, but you tell a great journey of Palmer's. What inspired you to write this book?
He was such an inspiration to me because it was so sudden that he did lose his sight. And he was very depressed, and that made me depressed to watch him like that. And so we just started walking and started doing things and moving him around and getting him more comfortable in his environment. And he was such an inspiration.
Yeah, and he's 6 years old, but what he has is a condition that's very rare in dogs, right? And this was a big surprise to you. It just happened so suddenly.
Yes, it did. He may have had some loss going on that really wasn't evident. But one morning, he came out and he just was bumping into things and literally couldn't see at all.
What is the hardest part, do you think, for Palmer about losing his sight?
Well, with any disability, there is a piece of your personality that is lost.
Yeah.
You know, his ability to really see who's coming and going and to run in the park and play fetch and things like that, he just couldn't do. So there is a personality piece that's gone.
What would you tell somebody who has a pet that's going through the same thing?
I would say, really, at this point, to look at it as you would as a child. How can you help them? How can you make their life improve? How can you help them get their confidence back?
There's a lot to be learned in this book. I think it's great for an adult and for a child. Everybody can learn something from Palmer's experience. And you're going to do something wonderful with this. You're giving a portion of the proceeds to Dornbecker, right?
Yes. They go to Dornbecker Children's Hospital. And so do some of the books so that people can see, and children can see, that while you may have a serious problem, that you can have a life. Even if it might be a little bit different. You do get friends. You have a lot of joy still coming.
And we're looking at this picture now of Palmer watching TV, listening to TV. Still enjoys many of his activities, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. And that's his best friend, Owen. And Owen took care of him from the very beginning. He would come over and keep him company. He would take him out in the yard. And when Palmer would get turned around in the garden, he'd bring him back out and bring him back down to the house and keep him away from the retaining wall. And
animals have such an amazing instinct. And this picture is the last picture in the book, and I'm telling you, when you read what's on this particular page, you're going to cry. The book brought tears to my eyes. It's such a sweet account of your dog losing his eyesight, but really gaining something else in life. And Joanne, you're wonderful to bring this to other people and to help them experience this as well. It's a very sweet, sweet book.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
And if you'd like to pick up the book, where can people find it?
You can find the book at Muttley Crew's. You can find it at Annie Bloom's Books. And if you want to just go on Amazon or eBay, it's on both of those places as well.
Thanks for watching. We'll be right back.